everybody. Little Big Kid 707B here. This is my first YouTube video, and I just wanna say, thanks guys, for those that will be checking me out. Just to tell you a little bit about myself, I've been a gamer most of my life since I was probably 7 or 8. Um, I like all kind of games. I'm not a fanboy of anything. Growing up, I grew up with Nintendo and Sega. My first system actually was an Odyssey 2. Still have it. Pretty much, I became a PlayStation fan back in the PS1 days, and I think I bought it in '97. I did get an Xbox One, so I'm not a fanboy of any system. I love all games. I have a preference in games, but I don't really close myself to just one style of game or type of game. Real quick, I do want to say though, I'll be mainly reviewing games and just talking about games just for fun. Old school games that not many people know about, or the casual gamer may not have even heard about. The games that kind of were underappreciated. I'll also be talking about new releases over time, and I do like Transformers, also Generation 1, G.I. Joe, wrestling. So I'll be doing a lot of everything, but mainly games. With that said, my very first review, guys, I want to do a game that I'm sure quite a bit of you know by now. It's one of my favorite games, and it's Panzer Dragoon Saga. I know there's not a whole lot of reviews of this, and this game in particular, I didn't really know much about. I never had a Saturn back in the heyday of Saturn. Back then I was more of a PlayStation 1 player. But this game was always compared to Final Fantasy VII, and not to say that game wasn't good. I still love it. It's still probably in my top 3 all-time favorite, RPGs. But this is something, that's also special because let me stop talking and let me let you guys see it. What's so unique about this game, guys? It's not a traditional RPG. It's not, something that you've played before or you've seen before. The style of the graphics are beautiful. The setting is awesome. It isn't more an action RPG, like I said, as opposed to a more traditional, turn-based one. And this is the opening, guys. Check it out. That's Edge, the main character. Beautiful aesthetics. I love the art style. That's Azel. So I'll let that play in the background while I talk a little bit about this. Um, the thing I like most about the game is like I said, the art style is beautiful. Even though it's a 32-bit game, I think it's still a beautiful game, gorgeous game. It's about Edge. Is an orphan boy actually, and he's supposed to kind of be a security guard, watch over an excavation site that the empire that he's working for is looking for ancient artifacts and whatnot from things that the ancients their ancestors left behind, who knows how long ago. And just as the game starts, they get attacked by this rebel group. This rebel group, controlled, led by a guy named Kramen. And when that happens, he runs into this girl that's so beautiful, so mystical, so magical that, let me show you guys. So this is the start of the game. This is the excavation site that I was talking about. And Edge is supposed to sort of be this watchdog there.
We do, Edge. Need here? Tengo plenty.
The language, by the way, guys, is some say it's a mixture of Latin, Germanic, and also with some fiction language thrown in. Whatever it is, it's epic sounding.
Sí. Ya es de todos. Era algo en Fergus. Demon es Elgina and here. Es. Gefältener in Fenir. Du es nostern Blaesken.
So
Noster defensio.
I'll talk a little bit about the actual gameplay. It's pretty linear based. It's something I normally don't like in my RPGs because one of the things I like most about RPGs is kind of being able to wander off and do side quests and whatnot. This is when they're getting attacked. So it's pretty linear. It takes you kind of from one place of the story to the next. But in this game, I'll excuse it because it's such an epic story. The characters are so lovable. There's not a whole lot of characters. It's not kind of like a Final Fantasy game where you run into a lot of NPCs and different party members. It's basically you, the dragon, and without spoiling anything, you do have some type of connection with Azel. And with that said, it's just the battle system is awesome. I love it. Still holds up today. It's kind of slash action slash strategic based. And overall, guys, if you haven't checked it out, I know it's expensive, on the secondary market, and it's hard to come by. But this was, the main reason I wanted to get a Saturn. It was mainly because of this game, and I knew it was. I bought it two and a half years ago. I want to say. Or actually maybe more than that, probably around 3 years. But I just want to say that it's a beauty of a game. It is going pretty high these days, but for anyone that wants to splurge or has the extra money, I say go for it because really they don't make games like this. This is when Sega was really at the top of their game. I still love a lot of their games these days, but they're just not the same. Sega has never been a company that focuses on RPGs, but whenever they've made RPGs, especially the older ones, they've done them real good. So I just want to say, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoy it. And like I said, please, if you know someone that has it, or you know you can get it from you run into it by luck or whatever it is. If you enjoy RPGs even the slightest, you owe it to yourself to enjoy it because it's definitely in my top 3 or 4 favorite all-time RPGs, and that says a lot because I've played a lot of JRPGs. Anyhow, thanks guys. Little Big Kid 707B. I'll shout at you later. Bye.